Does understanding parts of speech seem difficult?
Well, this short and precise video should do the trick. In this video, we're going to be looking at the parts of speech in general. I will be going into more detail in the coming videos, but for now, let's get started. So today we're going to be discussing the 8 parts of speech, which are nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and finally interjections. Let's start with nouns. A noun is the name of a person, an animal, a place, a thing, or an idea. Nouns are divided into common and proper nouns. Common nouns are nouns that name general things, and proper nouns are nouns that name specific things. Girl, dog, house, car, they are all common nouns because they name general things. Leah, Max, Taj Mahal, Mercedes are proper nouns because they are specific. Common nouns aren't capitalized unless they're the first word of a sentence, but proper nouns are always capitalized. Nouns can also be divided into concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are nouns that are tangible, meaning things we can touch or feel with our hands and our sensory organs, like a book or a shoe. And abstract nouns are nouns that are intangible, things we cannot feel with our hands or their sensory organs. They're ideas mostly, like love or time. Generally, a noun is a name. It can either be common or proper, or concrete or abstract. Moving on to pronouns. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. They, she, we, it. These are all examples of pronouns. In this sentence, Leah is sick, Leah has the flu. This is not an ideal sentence because of the repetition of the nouns. However, if we say Leah is sick, she has the flu, it makes our sentence much more attractive. Here, she is the pronoun. So pronouns in general are words used in place of a noun to make our sentence more attractive and avoid repetition. Here's a list of pronouns if you want to study them. Moving on to verbs. A verb is a word that describes an action or a state of being. Verbs can be divided into main verbs or helping, or sometimes called auxiliary verbs. Main verbs are words that show actions, whether they're physical, like running, or mental, like thinking. And helping verbs, sometimes called linking or auxiliary verbs, are used to extend the meaning of the main verb by showing tense or emphasis. So in general, verbs are words that show actions or a state of being and can either be main verbs or helping verbs. Next up, we have adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe or modify a noun or pronoun. Words such as sad, beautiful, short, and tall are adjectives. We can use our adjectives to describe our nouns or pronouns in terms of color, number, quality, size, and so much more. Let's take a look at a few examples. If we say delicious burger, delicious is the adjective describing our noun, the burger. Similarly, if we say long dress, long is the adjective describing the noun, which is the dress. If we say cute bunny, cute is the adjective describing the bunny. So in general, adjectives describe nouns or pronouns and can show either size, color, number, etc. Now we have adverbs. An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. You can easily identify adverbs because most of them end with the suffix ly. For example, quickly, hardly, beautifully. But keep in mind that not all adverbs end with the suffix ly. For example, very, quite, or never. She screamed loudly. Loudly is an adverb and it's describing the verb scream. This is for when adverbs describe verbs. And in this sentence, she is very smart. Very is the adverb describing the adjective smart. This is for when adverbs describe adjectives. Now in this sentence, she spoke very softly.
Very is an adverb describing another adverb softly. This is for when an adverb is describing another adverb. Also notice that softly is describing the verb spoke. In general, adverbs are words that describe or modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, not to be confused with adjectives which describe nouns and pronouns. Next, we have prepositions. Prepositions are words that indicate location or another relationship between a noun and a pronoun and the other parts of a sentence. Prepositions always have objects. Words such as inside, after, and before are prepositions. Take a look at this sentence, the cat is sitting on the table. Here, the cat, which is the noun, is linked to the other parts of the sentence by the preposition on, and the object of this preposition is the table. So generally, a preposition links a noun or pronoun to the other parts of its sentence. It can indicate location or time or another relationship, and it always has an object. Moving on to conjunctions. A conjunction is a word that links the words, clauses, or phrases of a sentence together. Some examples are and, because, or so. They help us avoid short and choppy sentences. Now let's take a look at these sentences. Leah is eating. Johnny is eating. These sentences are too short and unattractive. But if we add a conjunction and say Leah and Johnny are eating, that'll make our sentence much more attractive. Here are a few more examples that show how conjunctions make our sentences better. Some general conjunctions are used to connect or link phrases and words together, and they help us avoid short sentences. Finally, we have interjections. They are words used to express strong emotions or feelings. Words like, oh, wow, goodness, hey, and great are examples of interjections. Interjections could be answers to yes or no questions like no or indeed. They can also be sounds like phew or They can also be more than one word like oh my or goodness gracious. We can use different endpoints for interjections, such as exclamation points, commas, or periods. We usually use exclamation points for strong interjections and commas and periods for mild interjections. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you understand the basics of parts of speech. If you would like me to go into more detail, please leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything I missed or if you have any questions. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon.